I wasn't ready for what was about to come into my life. The universe may decide for us when we are ready, but we are never ready. So there is no choice but to go forward into whatever lies ahead. I was becoming invisible. I had landed in Shanghai after losing my job in the gleaming super city of nearby Hangzhou. Time and money were running out, the future uncertain. Every call I had made to life had been met with silence. Every effort to find money, connection, security, love, or friendship, nothing. In this vast and energetic city of 28 million people that knows no rest or peace, I had found myself invisible and silent. At my time of life, when I should be anchored, supported, and cosseted by the life I had built, I was adrift. To have such freedom did not feel like a blessing. In my nighttime walks around the old town and French concession, I imagined myself as a ghost. As a foreigner, I might have stood out, but in my mind I was ethereal. I must appear a lonely figure, staring into nothing on these nocturnal walks, but my mind is a storm of words. There is a fire burning beneath the greying skin. A monsoon was starting. Boiling clouds above, hidden by the tower blocks, glistening streets beneath my feet. It had been brewing up in the South China Sea, and now it came to Shanghai, perhaps to remind us how, distracted as we are by the infinite details of our urban existence, that there are vast and unimaginable forces at work in the world. We are awoken by storms to the existence of the greater world out there. The rain washed the people from the streets, and I was left alone. Between the avenues of Shanghai's French concession are networks of alleyways and low-rise buildings, a mixture of stately colonial mansions looming behind high walls and labyrinths of lane houses, the shambling low-rise dwellings of the workers, full of stories, memories, joys and regrets. Plastic buckets, dirty mops, corners piled with mouldering roof tiles, bicycles being reclaimed by the vines that snake across the cracking walls, spectacular magnolias and stinking drains, layers of history over remnants of an ancient city. I was just yards away from my tiny ground floor apartment on which I had hurriedly signed a 3-month lease. There was nothing for me to return to at home. I had little choice but to throw myself into the maw of Shanghai. Despite having already lived there for some weeks, I had still not come to know these alleys, which seemed to change every time I walked them, as if they were some realm of the fairy people. I was always lost, which seemed appropriate given the current circumstances of my life. When the world folds in on itself, all you can do is keep walking. It was the autumn solstice, one of 2 moments in the calendar when day and night share equal time. I turned a new corner, every day a new corner. The rain increased as the force of the monsoon began to unleash itself. The sky began to disappear, the lights of the distant towers misting into darkness. I paused. I would become drenched. I should go home, cozy up next to a lamp and read my way into peace of mind. But at that moment I swear I heard the faintest tinkling of a bell, and noticed the wittering light of an electric bulb that hung dangerously in a small roadside shrine that must have been here when this place was farmland and hovels, centuries old. The shrine was small and overgrown, its markings worn away by time. I attempted to brush away the leaves to get a better look, and that's when I heard them. Desperate mewling, increasing in intensity in response to my presence. Beneath the vines, a pile of ragged cloth. I strained my eyes, and 2 black shadows became apparent, soaking wet and curled up next to each other. 2 tiny black kittens, vociferous, unafraid, but still, as if they had resigned themselves to their plight. I crouched to inspect them. They were too young to be far away from their mother. Perhaps she is nearby and they will be looked after. But what if not? They won't last the night. I've smelled foxes around here, but never seen one. But I can't take them on. There are so many reasons for that. I could be gone from China at any moment. My life is precarious. I can't spend time weaning tiny kittens. I don't have that luxury. I like cats, but I know nothing about them. Although, by coincidence, I'd been thinking about cats these past few weeks. In my solitude, I'd wondered that it would be nice to have a cat for company. There was a black stray that had been lurking around, and I'd left food out for her, but she'd never come close. Just stared balefully at me from the shadows of the bushes that ringed the walls of my tiny garden. That's it. They must be her kittens. I can't leave them here. I'll take them back to the flat, and maybe she will come and collect them. I'm not ready for this. But then, who is? What seems new is sometimes the return of something ancient.